Is this a beautiful? What happened, Benita?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't really know.
Yeah, for any given reason, the prior event, I mean, it was completely ended, but I really don't know what's happening. Anyway, the,
Okay,
the,
well, the last thing we heard from you was um the Port of Long Beach
Mhm.
City Hall and the actual port's head office, which I'm really sad that I didn't stop and take a selfie yet. I mean, I really need that selfie, so I'm gonna have to come back next year.
Yeah, you have to. Definitely, you have to. This is
Yeah,
a
TPM is a goal for me for 2025.
okay. So when you put it as a goal, then definitely it's going to be taking place, right? Because everything is going to be done in order to make it happen.
Yeah, yeah, no, wish me luck, everybody. I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to sell some freight.
that,
So
that
if you need freight, come to me, please.
that may be the case, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a beautiful building. If I'm not mistaken, I mean, I was sharing that this building is like a 6 years old, more or less. Um, you know what? I mean, the old city hall used to be in this area, right there.
Okay.
But everything was removed. The ground was completely flat, and they built this beautiful building. It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, how fast they did it, and wow, it's the latest in technology. I used to live across the street, and it's always a great experience to visit Long Beach for that reason. And definitely, I am a fan of Long Beach, no question about it. It sounds like it, right?
Right. Well, you're just like a little bit north, right? Like you're the next neighborhood,
Yeah,
basically.
South, yes.
Oh, south.
Yeah. So, as we were saying, I mean, TPN is coming. I mean, basically everything starts on Sunday, right? So next week, I mean, it's going to be a busy city. If you don't have any business in the city, then don't go there because it's going to be very crowded.
I can
Uh,
attest to that because
yeah,
yeah.
you know that traffic is not easy, right?
Yeah, and you seemed really surprised that I was able to get a room at all.
Yes, yes. You know what I mean? For I mean, we were doing some searching and trying to find some location for some friends,
Oh, okay.
and nothing. There's
Nothing.
nothing available.
And if you have to stay like in a neighboring area, where would you stay, Jose?
Well, San Pedro, which is let's say um, close. I mean, probably the closest one. I mean, San Pedro is a good option, but unfortunately, nothing was available there. San Pedro is one city that basically is close to multiple different terminals, and especially the cruise terminals. All,
Okay.
all these the carnivals and the Royal Caribbean and stuff like that. I mean, all these particular ships. I mean, they have a dock there, so it's very crowded as well for that reason. Now for this particular event in next week, I mean, TPN is always bringing a lot of people. Even in the searching that we were doing, I mean, the closest one it seems to be that is El Segundo. El
El
Segundo is very
Segundo.
close to LAX airport. So
El Segundo. Does that mean second?
yeah, El Segundo is a city name
Okay.
that is very close to the airport. So we were finding probably the closest locations with some available hotels. I mean, they were in that location. Now, if you can go inland in part, I mean, probably you're going to be able to find something as well. But that's kind of far anyway, because this is what happens during TPN, right? I mean, there's multiple different activities. The conference is going to be, let's say, in business hours, but after hours, there's multiple different activities for different parties and meetings that the main freight forwarders and companies they decide to schedule during this particular time. So the activity goes, let's say, from 8 o'clock in the morning to, I don't know, probably midnight. So a lot of stuff going on in the city. I believe that you were mentioning the regatta, right? That's taking place on Sunday. Sunday.
Yeah, that sounds really exciting.
Yeah, I have done it a couple of years.
Oh, you have?
Yes, and it is amazing. It is amazing. I mean, there's no question about it. I mean, anyone is going to enjoy that, and you don't have to know anything, of course. I mean, you don't have to have any expertise. I mean, there are going to be experts are going to be guiding those.
Okay, so do you just need to know how to like sit, hold tight, and duck?
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to, honestly, because there's people that they know how to do that, and they are going to be taking care of you. That's for sure. Yeah.
Okay, and then I find it really hilarious because it says it features on the water team building. And probably like if you're on the water and it's like it's all hands on deck and everybody's got to listen, and it's probably really good team building.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, my friend Delano, is from the person that I have learned about this because when we sail, we go to Catalina. I mean, they don't. I mean, we don't go that far for the TPM, but anyway, I mean, it's very pleasant to do that. At this time of the year, I mean, it's not. I mean, the ocean is not that crazy that you're going to be able to have any issues or anything like that, unless that the weather is going to be bad. But most likely, it's always pleasant, very pleasant. So many friends. I mean, I always recommend this activity prior the TPN, and it seems to be that 99% of people enjoy that. That's something that is very.
Okay.
It's a thing
Now,
to
is that included in your ticket price or is it separate?
do. Is it? I mean, it's a whole entire price. I mean, I believe that you can purchase those independent, but I don't know. As far as I know, I mean, you get the ticket and everything is going to be included in for
In your
that.
package when you get there? Okay, okay.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
there's a second choice that you may like even better.
oh, I know. I'm wondering why there's no pictures online. It says TPM24 Golf Open, and it's the ninth year.
Right,
It's
and
the
and
ninth year.
and this is taking place in the close neighborhood. For me, is the Pelicans Resort, and that golf course is amazing, no question about it. I mean, basically, you're going to be facing the ocean, so it's so beautiful. Uh,
Wow.
for us that we like golf, I mean, this is another good option as well.
Yeah, I have never golfed California just because it is so darn expensive in California.
Oh, this is a different republic. What do you want?
I know, right? Yeah, no, I've golfed in Texas, golfed in Arizona. I've even
Uh-huh.
golfed in Dominican Republic, never golfed in California. So that's another bucket list item.
Yeah. So this is taking place before, right? So that's the fun part. I mean, before the conference, and then we start with the congestion, right?
Right. So this is everybody getting to the conference, trying to find parking.
Yeah, this is very fun. I mean, this is a real picture, by the way. I mean, not about TPM, but in
Hmm.
those times that we have a major congestion at the port. But it's a real picture. So this is the actual expo hall that I was talking about earlier. So a lot of people, I like it very much, by the way, because for companies, I mean, they are going to be able to present the product and services, and you are going to be engaging with a lot of folks there from the industry.
Hmm.
Sometimes it seems that is a little bit too crowded, in my opinion, right? But
Yeah. You invited me that one year, and wow, it was hard to get through that room.
Yes. So, but it's fine. I mean, probably the something that is important for me, which is the main highlight that I always have, is the networking opportunity is something that is not comparable, and
Right.
and all the colleagues from multiple different companies, they are going to be there. I mean, it's nice to see them. Um, I would say that in what 95% of the times, I mean, people are willing to share what the companies are doing, plans,
Mhm.
strategic way to do things. So the learning opportunity, without any question, is something that you cannot quantify. Now, for services that are being offered, or for multiple different new products that they are going to be putting into the market, I mean, it's very, very important that you take a walk along this hall and be able to interact with everyone, because they make a very big effort in order to be present at the conference. So,
Right. Yeah, it's my practice, my routine, my conference routine to, stop at every booth and make sure I know like who they are and what they do. Um, it's like it should be part of anyone's conference routine. Okay, so those are like the most amazing doors ever. Like, if I ever see those doors again, I'm just gonna be like, wow.
so the prior pictures, I mean, were about what is going to be taking place, right? So during the conference, and this is after hours. I mean, I believe well, I won't say what is going to be taking place this year, but anyway, um, prior year, if I'm not mistaken, it was Shipco. Shipco, they throw a party in that location. Is completely amazing, right? That
And it's
restaurant
only a
is
block
probably
from the
one of the best restaurants
mhm,
in the city.
mhm.
And I'm in love with that restaurant, no question about it. It's a good place to be. I used to call that my office.
Hilarious. Oh my goodness. If that was my office, I would be so fat.
Yeah, so without any question, this week, I mean, we're going to see one particular party that is going to be celebrated there. I won't disclose that because
Oh,
otherwise,
what? You're not gonna spoil it?
yeah, that I can't.
Oh, okay. So, like, how do you know if you're invited? Like, you would have had to been invited a long time ago, huh?
Um, yes, that is correct. And they make a special reservation. They close the whole entire place, and is for one company only.
Oh,
Yeah. So they are going to be hosting multiple different events. Um, one of those nights, I mean, is going to be one of the major companies in the freight forwarding world, and yeah, we are going to be there. No question. No question. No question about that. Um,
very exciting.
and this is, I mean, I decided to pick three options just because I like those three options. But this is another one. This is an steakhouse, the 555. Also, they're going to be hosting multiple different companies there in different schedules, of course. That's an excellent choice. It's an old restaurant in Long Beach. I mean, since I've been in Long Beach, I know that restaurant. Very
Okay.
very
It
high
looks like
quality.
it's part of it is outdoors. Is it warm enough to dine outdoors right now?
No, but they are going to have those
Heating
heated.
lamps?
Yes.
Mm.
So they have a patio, and especially after COVID, during COVID, um, they have this particular space that it was put together. I mean, during COVID, that we were not allowed to be inside. So, but they keep it, even though that in many cases, I mean, they have removed. The city allows that to happen. Of course, that the restaurants need to pay for those spaces because it's additional space that they have, right? But
Right.
they are allowed to. So this
Okay,
is
so for steak, you are recommending 555.
that is without any question. I mean, good quality.
Mm,
You won't be disappointed. That's for sure.
okay, I wonder where they get their beef from.
Uh, this one is the Parker Lighthouse, and this is a beautiful location because, as you can see the Queen Mary in the back.
Oh, right.
It's right by the water.
And is the Queen Mary like a hotel now? I forget. Is that the one?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah,
A
as a matter of
floating
fact,
hotel?
yeah, as a matter of fact, I mean, it's being used for this particular time. I mean, many people stay there, so um, I mean, it seems to be that that is an option for different people, right? Very convenient. Here in the Parque Lighthouse is where the Long Beach Port throw a party, and it's going to be a great event where most of all the participants in the TPM conference they are going to be. So um, the part of Long Beach, I mean, they do an excellent job um doing TPM. There's multiple. I mean, all the main players in within the organization. I mean, they show up, and the beautiful thing is that you can engage with them. You can ask questions, and they are very open to share. Also, they are part of the expo. They have a booth where there's different things about, I mean, what they are doing, and you can subscribe for multiple different communications that they have. Besides the party that they throw, which is an excellent one, it's a good thing that they do. Now, the video that we play at the beginning, I don't know if went live or not, but that particular video is the tour that they do to the port. So after the conference, then you can go and the Port of Long Beach is going to be able to give you a tour, and they go through different terminals. The terminal that it was displayed in the video is the LBCT. So it's fun to see it because you are going to be able to see something that many people can't, right?
Right. Yeah, no, any type of tour like that is really fun, I think.
Yeah, and on a regular basis, there's two options. One is by boat, and the other one is by bus, right? So you're going to be able to tour the all these the complex in the Long Beach port, and it's very interesting. I mean, for us that we are in this industry, I mean, we enjoy that, right? I have done it multiple different times, and I'm like a kid. I always smile
Okay.
when I get the opportunity to do it.
Okay, so you highly recommend the tours.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. You are going to be able to see everything right in front of you. All these big vessels and tons of different containers, right? And let me remember correctly. Wendy, the last 2 years I seen Wendy doing the tour. She explained everything very well, and she has all the information about the Port of Long Beach. So she does an amazing job. I don't know. It seems to be that I'm promoting
Yeah,
Long
the
Beach, right?
tours. Yeah. Yeah, no, as you should. I mean, I hope that this coffee break logistics episode helps people who are just going for the first time. Like, I mean, it must be very overwhelming if you're just going for the first time. You don't know, what to do. There's so many things to do.
Absolutely. I don't know, and there are so many things that get together, and that's the reason why I'm very happy to talk about those because. Number one, I love Long Beach, right? I sound like a good ambassador. I don't know if I'm good or not, but I feel like it.
No, I think you are.
No, no, number two, I'm very passionate about the industry, right?
Hmm.
And this is probably the best city, the best event that can take place. So all things come together for me. Now, as you know, I like food, I like cooking
Yeah.
personally, right? Now, the Italian food is my preference, and there you go. You have a very special restaurant in downtown Long Beach. That building is beautiful. It's over 100 years. La Opera is the place that I always prefer if I have to pick and choose a restaurant in Long Beach.
Yeah, no, Long Beach has it all.
Right. And now there's multiple different attractions, multiple different things to do in Long Beach. So there's a small city close by, Belmont Shore. There's like I don't know, like 10 different blocks that you're going to be able to find. I mean, stores in every single site. I don't know. I mean, you're going to find multiple things to do. That's for sure.
And then, did you even get a chance to look at the schedule, like the tracks and all that?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Now here is my opinion. I mean, the conference is excellent, right? Now
Right.
you need to be very specific for you to take advantage of the everything that is available, right? Now,
Okay.
because it is like you said, I mean, a little bit is overwhelming in many different ways, right? Just to wait to find a way around. Number one, number two, the schedule is heavy, right? I mean, early in the morning, late at night. The first day you may be okay. The second day you're start having like different thoughts because waking up early and going to bed late, then you struggle in many different ways, right? So you're going to be tired walking, standing, talking. So you need to be prepared. That's what I'm saying, right? Now,
Right.
my suggestion is that you do a work ahead. And number one, I mean, you're going to be able to identify who are those people that you would like to talk to. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
try to connect with them, try to schedule something, and make sure that you're going to be checking that off. In that way, you let's say that the main goal that you would like to accomplish, you did that part. So in that way, you are going to clear that out of the way. Now, in terms of the content, because there are so many different topics that are going to be reviewed during the conference, they have something that is excellent, which is an app. You download the app, and you are going to be able to browse what is the topic about and who is going to be presenting that, and different panels and stuff like that, like any other conference, right? But
Right.
you can schedule those activities, and you are going to have reminders that are going to allow you to be, let's say, more focused, right? Because this is something that happens, right? I mean, you are working, and then you, someone is talking to you, and then you completely divert from what exactly you were doing, or the appointment that you have, or the activity that is going to be taking place at a specific time, and then you forget about it, and then you're going to be disappointed, right? So um, I mean, at least in my case, when you meet old friends, you tend to divert, right?
Right.
Hey, people that you haven't seen for quite a while, then
Mm.
is hard. Um, Now, that's I mentioned the app, right? So the app is something that is I find a lot of value because it is something that is going to help you to plan better, and by doing that, basically you are going to be able to take advantage of your time, right? Um, Now, one thing that I know that is always taking place is, for example, I mean, when you're going to have lunch and breakfast. I mean, they're in different locations. So the let's say lunch, you have to go to the hotel side, which is connected, right? The Hyatt is connected to the convention center.
Oh,
So
I see.
you need to walk that way, and it's going to be massive, a lot of people, right?
Okay.
But it's good in a way, because you're going to be interacting with people that you haven't seen before, right? You're going to be sitting with people that you don't know, so you need to be open, at least to engage in conversation, at least to say hello, right? So it's a fun time as well. I enjoy having not only lunch but a good conversation with people. Um, that's a So you are going to be walking a lot in multiple different directions. So if you plan what exactly you are going to be doing, is probably the best recommendation. If you don't plan,
Okay.
then
Um, shoes. What shoes are you wearing, Jose?
oh my God, that is an excellent question.
Yeah, no, I think so because I think it's very important.
Yes, definitely tennis shoes, something that is comfortable, right? I mean, especially for ladies, don't use any high heels because it would be a nightmare. It would be a nightmare. I mean, the time that you have to spend standing up is a lot, and walking to multiple different places is something that is going to be. I mean, you can avoid that. You have to do it. Period. So,
Right, right. I feel like if you're wearing heels, you're just gonna keep yourself down. Like you won't get to see as much, talk to as many people, do as much. So um, if you want to wear your heels, like in the rooms and stuff, maybe pack a sling with your heels in it.
yeah, that definitely can be an option for sure. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, the best shoes that you can have, because it's going to be several days that you are going to be doing the same thing, right? So the
Mhm.
last day you won't even want to move.
Right. Yeah, it's 3 days long if you're not including the Sunday.
Yeah. So last day, I mean, the good thing is that the last day around noontime is when is going to be the tour to the port, right? So you're gonna be on a boat. You're gonna be able to have a drink there, and then they're gonna show you around everything. So it's very relaxing. You're gonna be able to have very good pictures and everything. So, uh, but you don't want to walk more that day. That's for sure.
Right. Okay, so and if you miss a session that you wanted to see, are you able to just like download that on your app or?
I don't. Great question. I may skip that question because, if I'm not mistaken, I mean they were making available the sessions after the fact, but I haven't reviewed any of those. Not that I'm very organized, but I always what I recommend to do. I always select what I would like to hear and to
Okay.
be present, and in that way I don't have to go back and try to ask for the recording or try to search for that. Um,
Oh, I'm
but
surprised we don't just have it available for you, like, for 90 days after or something.
yeah, I for some reason I tried. I believe that they do that. Not sure exactly what is where they are located, if they are, but once it was a topic in the conversation, and they were available. At least some of them. I don't know if specific companies, I mean, decide to make that available for whoever was asking for. But not sure. I mean, unfortunately, I don't have the answer on that. Now,
Okay.
something that is different this year. The prior years, I mean, the TPN Tech, it was in a separate days, in a separate location. So
Mm-hmm.
TPN Tech, like 2 years. I mean, last year it was at the Hilton, so it was a couple of days, and it was prior the TPN, the big conference, right?
Right.
So 2 days before, no, yeah, like 3 days before the big conference, and it's always in a hotel in a close location. So you have to buy the ticket separate for that one. If you want to go to that one only, then you can do that.
Right.
And now in this year is going to be combined.
Oh,
So
that
so
makes sense.
everything is going to be on the same roof at the same time.
That makes sense.
Uh, do you think so?
Well, I think it needs to be done sooner or later.
Yeah, I don't know. For any given reason, I like the that format that is going to be completely divided. Uh,
Okay.
Number one, because I mean, it's a lot. I mean, believe it or not, I mean, there's a lot of things that you are going to be doing. I don't think that if in the everything is going to be put it all together. I mean, it's going to be an opportunity for you to explore everything that you would like to, right?
Right, right.
Um, I personally like the TPN Tech. because it's very specific and you focus only on everything that is
That's
related
true.
with
That's
technology,
true.
right?
Yeah.
And today's probably, I mean, I don't know if today's is good enough or not, but I have enjoyed that format, right?
Okay.
Now it's going to be, it won't be extended. I mean, the TPM, it won't be extended, but it's going to be combined TPM Tech and the regular, I mean, the main event, right? So
Great.
I would assume that it's going to bring some challenges in a way, because if you have 2 extra days to talk and review and, I don't know, have
Right.
the
Yeah.
details of the technology side, I don't think that you're going to be able to combine those two together.
Right.
Again, this is only my opinion. Now, the team, I mean, the TPN always has a team, right?
Okay.
This year, the team for the TPN Tech is the seamless integration. I don't know if they picked that team because it's going to be integrated with the main event.
And it's going
But
to be a seamless integration.
right. But anyway, that's the team for the team TPN Tech this year. So the whole idea about that team is that they are going to be bridging the gaps in the logistic world, right?
Yeah,
So
no, I saw a lot of topics on, customs and Incoterms and how to work with your uh, broker. I saw a lot of topics like that. So I think it becomes more and more relevant for people like me.
yes, no question about it. That it does, and every single year, I think that is going to be gaining more momentum, right? Um, Now, and here is something that is very important to understand. In today's, when companies are thinking about making investments decisions, right? They link everything together to the logistics strategic goals that they have.
Right?
So that's something that definitely, I mean, it's a little shift. Now everyone is considering, I mean, everything related to the logistics side, because it's important for any given organization. So
Hmm.
that's something that definitely is going to be having more emphasis year after year. So link everything to the strategic, the logistic strategics that they have in
Yeah.
company.
Like there was one that was called Wrestling with the Bear, and it's like how to work with your ocean carrier.
Oh,
I would
okay.
really, really, really want to uh, hear your thoughts on that one.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna make a point on that one, definitely.
Okay, great.
Just because you asked for.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Um, Now, here is the spoiler alert, right?
Oh, there is a spoiler.
I mean, I I'm struggling with this thought, right? Just because it is a great event, no question about it. But you need to identify exactly what is the value for you, and then be able to achieve that.
Yeah, navigate it.
Now, the value for me, it can be way different than yours,
Hmm.
right? But if you don't make sure that you are going to be identifying what exactly you would like to get out of that
Yeah,
prior, then you're going to be disappointed. Number
yeah, because
one,
it's just going to
number
get like shifted. Everybody's going to move you into different places, and then you'll not have your purpose or your intent achieved.
right, and if you're going to be disappointed, I mean, because companies have to make a big investment doing this. This is
Hmm.
a huge investment, no question about it. It is very expensive, point and simple. It is an expensive activity.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that you're going to be getting what you are paying for, right? Whatever that is, because as I said before, I mean, for all of us, is something different. Now, many companies have a different opinion that is a waste of resources and so on and so forth. But I don't know. I respect that, but I don't agree with that point of view. So, you know, very important that you are going to be focusing on what exactly you would like to take away from the experience, and then make sure that you are going to be executing on that and do it. For me, without any question, is the most important part is the networking opportunity, right? I do appreciate my colleagues and friends in the industry. I love the industry, therefore the fulfillment is there for me, right? Um,
I wish there was like just a ticket for the networking parts with lesser, that wasn't as much.
I'm sorry, sorry again. I missed you. I missed part of what you said.
I wish there was like a ticket just for the networking track,
Uh-huh.
and you just go to the lunches and the networking events.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here is something that also take place, right? There, I know. Let's say, for example, that in many cases companies doesn't want to make that investment, so many people go and stay in the area, right? Still,
Mm-hmm.
still they belong to the industry. Still, they have some appointments with clients that they can do those appointments outside of the conference,
Right.
because I mean everything is very easy to access anyway, right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
walking distance for multiple different places. So there's a lot of population that they don't go to the conference and they stay around those activities, right?
Yep, that's a good idea.
Mhm. There, in many cases, like for example, I mean, those the major freight forwarders, I mean, they have an event after hours, and they invite people because they are related to the company or their customers and whatever is the case, and especially thinking about the customers, right? If um, they have multiple customers going to the conference, then they create an event outside the conference at night. They have dinners and whatever, right?
Right. So
So
next year when I go, I'm gonna plan an event for you.
yes, that it would be something that is needed. That's for sure. That's
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Um, so a lot of if you come and let's say that you are not going to the conference, still you are going to have a lot of things to do. There's a lot of opportunities. There are so many people that crash to multiple different parties. I seen that as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Uh,
You know what? Yeah, no, I should like really talk to Ian and Aura, and I bet you they could get me set up with just crashing.
maybe Ian maybe is a good source for that.
Oh my goodness. Oh, too fun. Okay, well, you're gonna have such a great week of networking and learning and connecting with people. Um, and then I hope that people connect with you through Raynon and our other partner OLUSA. Um, Talk to Jose, and if you are looking for if you're looking for freight and you're looking for a reliable provider and you're looking for customer service that like a Benita Lee would provide, then you should let Jose know and I will get in contact with you.
Right. Very well said, Benita. And talking about the spoiler alert, right? The conference is going to be tons of information, like any other source of information, right? Um, what disappointment sometimes is that, I mean, it's not, I mean, sometimes you don't have any, or the expectation is probably what we need to fix, right? We go with the expectation that we are going to learn something that we haven't learned, to see something that we haven't seen, or to get ahead of information of what is going to be the future. Never happened. Never happened.
No.
That's not that's not the place for that.
I guess this is where like this quote that goes around is the fortune is always in the follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. So,
Agree. Agree. So
mhm.
the expectation that we should have, and that's probably something that we need to reflect, right? Because happened to me multiple different times. I said I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna be open to know something that I don't know before, or something that I never hear before, or something that is completely new that is gonna be blow my mind. And
Okay.
I haven't had that experience. Not because I hear everything, not because I know everything. It's just because they're in today's DNA, you have information coming to you from multiple different sources.
Yeah, it's
So
overwhelming.
right, right. So it's not that nothing is happening. It's just that you hear those things, you know about those things. Probably you're going to hear from different people that you never heard that before, but it's something that is going on in the industry. Therefore, I mean, it's not something new. That's the reason why I shift completely to the networking piece, because that's probably most important. Be in touch with the people that you know, the people that you don't know. Start having those relationships. Uh, Learning about the companies that are coming to the market, where it's going to be on the service side or where there are going to be VCOs, because that is something that is a kind of highlight. I seen that now year over year you see more VCOs than before. So it seems to be that the VCO side, I mean, they would like to be more informed and
Oh,
have direct access to all these players in the industry, right? Because you're going to find, I mean, steam, you're going to be finding freight forwarders, steamship lines, drayage companies, multiple different services, right? Tech companies as well. I mean, everyone is going to be there. Everyone related to the industry is going to be there. Even I have seen temporary employee companies, right? So everything related with the industry seems to be that is they're gonna be there, and I like that, right? Everyone get together just to change, try to change everything that has been done for quite some time. Um, Educational wise, forget it. That's, I mean, if you know anything about the industry and you would like to learn more about the industry, this is a good point. This is a good start point. I mean, definitely you're gonna learn a lot. Having a global perspective as well, because yes, people coming from multiple different countries. It's not only here in the United States. I mean, our people that are coming from different countries to this event. So you get the opportunity to learn. I mean, a little different point of view from people in overseas, right? Which is important. I mean, how do they do business? What exactly is the expectation for the U.S. market and stuff like that? So very interesting from that standpoint. Um, Now it's amazing. I mean, from the first one, the first CPN was in 2011. It's 13 years already, and what I see based on some figures that I was able to read, I don't have those, but it started very shy and then growing every single year and more and more and more and more. Seems to be that is a never-end growth for the conference, which speaks very well about what the people perception is, right?
yeah. Okay, so it's been going on. The TPM has been going on for 15 years.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's amazing. Well,
And,
and LA, Long Beach really is the biggest port of the US in by volume, right?
mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that, shippers and, VCOs all get together once a year at least.
One year, one year they made a mistake to bring the conference to LA.
Ooh, okay.
It's always been in Long Beach, right?
Okay.
And 1 year they decided to take it to LA. That year I didn't go,
Mm,
and many people didn't. Right?
interesting. Yeah, too crowded.
Yeah. So it seems to be that it wasn't a good experience, and they brought it back to Long Beach.
Yeah.
So it must be a good reason for that, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
Now, another very important thing that is for those that like to hear something a little bit different for the industry, which is the geopolitical, right? I mean, I always care about that because I know how that affects. And Robert Gates, who was the Secretary of Defense in 2006 through 2011, is going to be the keynote speaker for the opening of the conference. So very, very interesting conversation is going to be. That's the one that I would like to pay attention a lot. Um, Now, we tend to know that the geopolitical is something that is extremely important for this business, right? We know we know what is happening. Now, the good news about that, we can say that something that what we are seeing in the Red Sea is that it seems to be that the conditions are improving because some steamship lines decide to start having that route open, at least for now, right? It seems to be that is a I don't know on a permanent basis or not, but it's reopened in a way. And with everything that is happening in the country, definitely the geopolitical is something that is good to consider. And someone like him, Robert Gates, well, being the Secretary of Defense, I mean, definitely the country.
Mm-hmm.
So they know things and they have seen things that we never seen or hear about. So I'm looking forward to that conversation.
Yay. Can I plug my book club?
I'm sorry?
Can I plug the book club?
Sure.
Okay, because it's kind of like a geopolitical theme. It's Battlefield Cyber,
Uh-huh.
and it's written by Michael McLaughlin and William Holstein, and it's about the battle that's going on, like on the internet. And if you connect to the internet, then you're part of the battlefield.
Interesting. I, I
Mhm.
I never heard about the book.
So that's March's book. So you still have lots of time to read. March 14th is the first time we'll meet on it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah, no, definitely very interesting. I mean, this is a topic that always called my attention.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It is 12:10 now.
Yes. Now I have to find my way to the airport because otherwise I'm gonna be exposed to miss my TPM this year.
Uh-oh. Okay. So I won't expect you on a meeting in 20 minutes then.
Yeah, I will try. I mean, I have to get quickly in a vehicle in that way I'm gonna be able
Oh
to
my
get
goodness.
there.
Okay, well, yeah, let's wrap this up so Jose can get on his way. He's so excited to tell you about TPM that he hasn't even left to get on a plane yet.
Yeah, so it's going to be exciting. I mean, so we definitely we should be doing some clicks about what is taking place. So I will try to work on that and see if we can make it happen. Talking
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, let's catch up because I have some stuff to talk to you about before the weekend.
very good. Definitely, I will.
Okay.
Okay, Benita.
Have safe travels back to Long Beach.
Thank you. So to everyone, I mean, thank you for the conversation. And unfortunately, we have this particular technical issue, but it is what it is, right? Okay, Benita. So I'll be in touch, and I will see you definitely shortly.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Ciao, ciao, everyone.